Super excited to have Ryan here. We've gotten to know each other through collaborations that he's done with the Annex, and I think you all are going to very much enjoy his insight. He came up with this title, Streams Are Only Part of the Story, and the Story is Everything. This is part of our mission statement as a record label at FiXT, but for FiXT Academy, our mission is to empower artists to build sustainable careers in ways not previously possible to them, and do that through all the content and information that we're bringing. So glad to welcome Ryan. Ryan has an extensive history from working with Orgy and Korn to Edema, collaborations with the Annex, Silent Theory, Battle Tapes. He's got his own label services business, has had collaborative projects with Chester Bennington. So just a wealth of history and knowledge.
Thank you, James. Yeah, James is awesome. And when he told me about this idea, it's kind of something that I also have been sort of gravitating towards, and that is trying to come up with ways that I can help to, at a minimum, inspire other musicians who might be a little bit newer than me. I'm 51, I'm 52 years old now, so I'm not a super young dude, and I'm still doing this. I'm still touring the world. This year we're going to be in Europe and America, and we're doing about 80 dates this year, which is, admittedly a lot less than we did in Orgy in our prime time, where we would do maybe 300 plus dates a year, which was insane. But, his mission statement with this really appealed to me because I find myself more and more just helping other artists figure out how to do something, how to imagine what a life could look like as an independent musician or even a musician that's on a label. And unless you're on a major label with a big manager and all that kind of stuff, and you have a lot of decisions made for you, which is not a super real concept for most of us, even if you're on an indie label, you still sort of have to understand that you are going to be running your own business. And indie label is going to be a partner. If it's working really, really well, they're going to be a partner. There's things that they can do really, really well, and there's things that they specialize in. But especially in this modern age, the artist is going to really have to be prepared to be bringing it. In a lot of cases, labels won't get associated with you if you don't have some sort of a business working anyways. If you're lucky enough to be someone who has a pop sensibility and you write some songs that are just like, holy shit, and some people hear this and you blow up on TikTok, that's super cool. But that's not the way I've ever operated, and it's certainly not the way that I operate now. The way I operate now, obviously I'm a completely independent artist now, but I use best practices and I use real business, and I continually try to do things that are great, and I continue to try to create an awesome story for the fans of my music. And what that does is, we can all get lucky and have that hit or whatever it is, but in my opinion, luck is like this little target that exists. And if you continue to do some really great stuff and layer more good stuff on it and continue to be consistent, you start to grow that target. And as lucky things start to fly past you, you have a better chance of that luck hitting you. So it isn't this thing where, we look at other artists, we look at what's going on out there in the world, you see like a TikTok explosion, or if someone just has a random streaming, explosion because they got added to a playlist. And this is kind of some of the stuff where I wrote, streams are only part of the story, but the story is everything. This is sort of what I mean. These things are not necessarily your entire business.